In this demo, I'm going to show you guys how you can change the colors of objects using the hue and saturation masking layers. So it's kind of a fun little thing. Sometimes I've used this to kind of get a little fun or creative with a particular project to change color of something that's already existing. And sometimes I've used it in projects where we may have gotten photography back, like say a ring, like say a ruby ring or something like that, or emerald, or even something that's gold or something like that. That we've used hue and saturation to do what they call juicing the color, making it pop, making it more vibrant. So sometimes it's not always used for just artistic purposes. Sometimes it's used for photography purposes to make something look more visually appealing. So, how do we do that? Well, the first thing that you're going to want to do is whatever it is that you're trying to isolate and change the color of, you're going to want to make a path for it. And so I've made a path around this top strawberry here. And the tighter the path, the more realistic this is going to look. And so I'm going to take this path and I'm going to make a selection of it by going down here to the bottom and turning my marching ants on. And there's my selection going, and I'm going to go back to my layer. I'm going to duplicate it because I always like to have that safety net in case I go too far or mess up or something. I've always got my original. And then I'm going to go right down here between masks and new groups, and I'm going to create specifically a hue saturation layer mask. And so now it's masked everything off. And over here in my properties, it's given me my hue and saturation. So it's ready to go now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hue and just to kind of show you guys as I start sliding the slider color, see how I can start changing the colors of it. And the saturation of it, you know, sometimes we can make it really this almost cartoony kind of pop to it, or we can dial it down to where it's almost black and white and shades of gray. So we're going to leave this at 0. And then my lightness and darkness, of course, is, you know, how dark or how light it's going to get. And typically we leave that at 0 as well. You know, I might pump up the color just a little bit. And just tweak the lightness and darkness so it really kind of pops out there. And then when it's done, what's happening here is that it's on its own layer now. So that way I'm not actually manipulating the pixels themselves on my original image. It's all done on this separate layer. But that's pretty much it. And like I said in the beginning, is you can use this trick. It can give you some really kind of neat, kind of artistic looking effects, creative effects, or sometimes you use it in a practical sense for photography, that you want to enhance colors of something, or make colors more vibrant and pop more. But either way, this is how we use a hue and saturation mask in Adobe Photoshop.